Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you an update what's going on at the garage. So, 1964 Rochester 2-jet, 2-barrel carburetor, and they call it a 2-barrel because it has 2 barrels. So, this is now all taken apart. It's pretty dirty in there. I mean, we got a lot of dirt down in the bottom of the fuel bowl, down by the economizer area. That's where this little piece, which one is it? Where is it? That's called the economizer valve, and there is a spring and a shaft on the bottom of the cover plate, the air horn, that goes up and down with vacuum, and it makes this open and close to add more fuel into your cylinders or your barrels to accelerate harder or whatnot. That's what that is for. Then we have our base, and you can see how dirty the base is. The base is just filthy. It is really bad. And whoever set this carburetor up, when they set it up, the air idle mixture screws, one had 4 turns to go in and one had about 1.5 turns to go in. So they weren't set up properly. This one was way too far out and this one was in by a little bit too much. It could have been pretty close, but this one wasn't even close. You can also see how dirty everything is in there. And then when we turn the bowl over, that is what came out of it. This black tar stuff, it came out of right in these 2 little bowls right there. So there's a lot that is really bad with this carburetor, and you can see how dirty everything is. That's the base of the carburetor for the main body of it, and you can see how dirty it is. We're not going to go crazy cleaning this up. We are going to make it nice, but it's not going to be perfect because nothing else on the truck is going to be perfect. It's all going to be patinaed, so we're going to leave it as close to a patina as possible. We have a new float for it because this one seems to be leaking, so there is some gas inside this float. We have a new accelerator pump rubber, and this, you can tell, it's been probably about 10-15 years since this thing's been rebuilt, and you can tell because they still had the black rubber seal on it. And today we're using the blue. It's a Vicon seal that is good for alcohol, any of the alcohol that we have in our fuels. This is not. So that's one of the reasons why when you stepped on the gas real fast, it would bog down real quick and then pick up. This is our air horn here. This is our valve here. This is where the air passes through. It sits right over here, and it has a vacuum impulse on it. So as the air is passing through here, you see these little holes all down here and the big holes in the middle. The fuel is actually sucked out of this bowl in through here, through the economizer hole down there, and also through the jets right there. It's sucked in, sucked up, and out through these little passages and into here. These are your emulsion tubes. These are your mixture tubes. So all of that is very important, needs to really get cleaned. And it all works on just vacuum. The air is passing by. When it goes through the top plate, your air horn, and into your base, you can see the Venturi action that it has. It actually ends up speeding up the air. So you're going from a big circle to a smaller circle. The smaller you get, the more suction you're going to have, the more of a low pressure you're going to have, which is going to create a higher pressure, or a 14.7 pound pressure on your fuel in the bowl. So now that 14.7 pounds of atmospheric pressure is going to be pushing down on that fuel, and the vacuum here, the negative, is going to be pulling on the fuel. So it will pull it through and get it into the carburetor and then in turn into the motor. So there's a few things. That's your needle Your air-fuel mixture screws right there. That's your needle and seat. That's the needle, that's the seat. Those will go inside the carburetor right here, because your inlet is right here. So the needle and seat sit on the float. As the float goes up and down, it pulls the needle out of the seat, letting the fuel come in through here and also through the sides right here of the needle, depending on how much is needed. So basically, that's a 2-jet carburetor. Very simple, very easy. There's not a lot of moving parts in them. They're not like a regular Rochester quadrijet. A Rochester quadrijet has a ton more moving parts, a lot more time to rebuild those. So there you go, guys. Have fun. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.